Speaking of being soft on crime, the Prime Minister hired convicted criminal Bruce Carson to be his chief advisor, who now stands charged not just of influence peddling, but illegal lobbying in the case of trying to rip off poor First Nations who need clean drinking water. Now, the PMO only called in the cops after the media started asking questions. So what was the Prime Minister thinking when he allowed a convicted criminal to slip through all the security checks so that he could be his chief advisor? What was he thinking?
Of course, Mr. Speaker, as I just said, these are allegations that concern a private individual who did not receive any government contracts. Mr. Speaker, as soon as we found out, we referred this to the Commissioner of the RCMP, the Commissioner for Lobbying, and the Ethics Commissioner. As you know, we brought in a number of rules, a number of very tough rules that the opposition consistently vote against, Mr. Speaker. If this individual is found guilty, he should suffer the severest consequences available under the rules that we brought in.
The honourable member for Timmins, James Bay.
Senator, every time I hear that Elmer Fudd routine, I know that they're on the ropes, Mr. Speaker. But, you know, to be fair, it wasn't just the Conservatives who were hanging out with Bruce Carson. Daniel Gagné, the senior advisor to the Liberal leader and co-chair of the Liberal Party, was also very chummy with this convicted criminal. So we know that APTN blew the whistle on this affair, but will the Prime Minister tell us, when was he first informed about Mr. Carson, his former chief advisors, illegal activities within his departments, with his staff, and his office? Will the Prime Minister tell us that?
Again, Mr. Speaker, you know, it was this government that brought in the Accountability Act as one of the first measures that we passed. We knew that the opposition, of course, are consistently voting against those measures that would further accountability in government, Mr. Speaker. This particular person, if he's found guilty, should suffer the severest consequences available to him under the laws that this government has brought in. It is worth noting, of course, that as soon as we found out, Mr. Speaker, that we informed the Commissioner of the RCMP, the Commissioner of Lobbying, and the Ethics Commissioner, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
The honourable member for Nanaimo Township.